expected. Fine team. Next.
Yeah, what will happen if table is dropped? Yeah, this is what you can say delete rules based on this, right? There are multiple delete rules. Hello,
Delete
Venkat.
uncast. Yeah. Go ahead. Delete, drop, truncate.
Correct. So there are ones delete and drop. What will happen if not will happen table? So I think comma. What will happen to table if drop is? Is it
Let,
like a primary key or foreign key issue? I mean, uh, relationship you're talking about?
uh,
Venkat?
there is a simple question also is there. I guess they are trying to get the differences between them altogether. Okay. So, right. So drop means it will delete the content and the entire structure. Delete only content will be deleted. Structure will remain the same. Hence, you can insert the data. So truncate, anyone wants to answer? It is there in SQL,
Uh,
but yeah.
Truncate, when we delete with the truncate, that contents will not be recoverable. I think so. Not
Uh,
sure.
there is a concept called commit and rollback. I agree with you. Okay. Yeah. So I guess you are correct. Okay. So I could able to recollect now. So delete means yes, you can able to roll back. Truncate means I guess you cannot able to recall them.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, coming back to the delete part. So anyhow, drop is altogether related to structure, not related to the content, right? So deleting the content depends on the, as our colleague said, referential integrity concept. So there is no referential integrity between two tables. At any moment,
right.
we can delete any data. If referential integrity is there, and if you are trying to delete the data from primary table and
Correct.
the corresponding data is in child table, you cannot delete it. That is depends on again
Delete
definition
rules.
of the table, definition of
Correct.
your table. So on cascade, on delete, on
Not
set
null.
null,
Yeah,
set
set
null.
null. No. Yeah, or restrict. And
Yeah, so
restrict
that
also.
right. So depends on all of them. It will be decided. Okay. Yeah.
Unmuted.
So Venkat,
Yeah.
just one thing. Regarding drop, what you said, the structure is completely dropping. Nothing related to data, right?
Data also. So if structure is not there, data
Data
how it will be.
Structure
Data
and data
also.
both. What we remove?
Yeah.
Delete means
Without
only
structure,
delete
data cannot
data.
exist now.
Okay, I got it. Got it. Okay. Delete means only deleting the data. Truncate means no rollback. Okay, fine.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, fine. Got it. Let's move on to the next
Uh,
one. I have a
and
DBT program.
Venkat, drop and delete is only DBA's work, right?
I agree.
Out of
Correct.
syllabus. Out of syllabus for developer.
Yeah.
Bold DBT.
Nowadays, most of the questions from optimization, which is not our role. Right. Yeah. Go ahead. Next question.
Truncate will affect the structure also, right?
Sorry.
Truncate is also affecting the structure.
That I have to see actually. I know I remember rollback or not, but structure we have to see.
But a first record of the file should be count of records. So Venkat, what actually the question here is from database, and what I want to fetch a record from database condition right into the file. The first record of the output file should be the count of record fetch of that. So we can write a count star that satisfied the condition. So we will get a count of those record which having satisfied those condition. And after that, we can put a condition, fetch the record one by one from the table and write into the output file. The first record output file should be the count of record fetch for that condition. We can route count star first. Once we have the count star that satisfied, that have the number that has satisfied the condition, after that next query we can write by fetching based on the columns which we needed into the output file.
Okay. Any another answer? One more answer.
Venkat, can you just
use SQL ERRD?
SQL ERRD is not related to select for your information. SQL ERRD to get the count while you are inserting, update and delete, not applicable for select.
Can I answer, Venkat?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, the one who was saying that count star is the correct one, but before count, we have to make in a bracket that select query to fetch all the records. Then only we can use the count. Okay, so just as a view, we have to make a result table, and on result table we have to make a count. So through that way, we have to write the record. After that, one by one, we can use like a cursor kind of. So that is my.
But what he said, first record of the output file should be the count of record fetch for that condition. So once I count or fetch the count, I'll write into my output file. Okay. And then based on that, from second row, I'll fetch the respective column that is needed and start writing into the output file. So in this way, I'll have the first record of my output file that contain the number which is present below in detail in that output file. I mean, maybe
Then we
some,
can write two SQL queries. First query
yeah,
to select count of
that is what,
records. Then
that is what I
second
said.
record,
First,
second, yeah.
first will be the select count. We'll write out select count star into the output file. And second, select SQL will fetch the respective column which is needed that satisfies the condition. Then we write into the output files. So two queries will be written. Venkat, you
Yeah,
can add.
nested query we can use it then.
No, nesting is also not needed. You can write two simple queries one after the other. Nesting query will create two iterations will be needed. So it will be more time consuming in that case. Venkat, you can add some.
Yeah, correct. What you're saying, it is correct.
Okay, so I'm selected now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on with the next one, Venkat.
Yeah, all right. Again, it is JCL.
I just see there are 100 steps there. If any one of these steps failure,
Go with the restart, right?
Suppose in my JCL there are 100 steps, 100 steps. If any of these fail, I need to. Venkat, just let me read. I need to execute. If all 100 steps success, failure step no need. Okay. Yeah, count parameter we can use.
Condition, yeah, condition is equal to even or
But
yeah.
condition we can do a maximum of 8 only, right? 100 steps
No,
we
but
can't check, right?
no, you can use cont only or even, only, right? Only or even.
Only means the previous steps.
If
It
it's
will
failed,
check for the previous step
if it
alone.
is failed, if it is
Will
failed,
not check
then
100 steps.
Check the previous step.
So
We
previous
can't
steps.
check for 100 steps success.
if any of this is step, not previous step, by default it takes all the steps. Okay.
Correct.
If it is, by default it
Yes.
takes. Yeah, if there is 10 step and event happened at 5 step and your count parameter is on 11 step, so it does not mean that your 10 step executed successfully, right? It will check the previous step until unless you explicitly explain those things into that count parameter step number. Else by default it will take all the previous steps. So I think count only can be execute. We can put it only it will execute only if there is a failure.
Okay.
Venkat, what is it?
Correct. We can give that condition parameter. Okay. Okay, 1 minute, team. I'm going to. So I skipped a few questions which I felt already the basics. Okay, you can.
I think Venkat, yes, program A will be fine until and unless if you said commit. If are you using the cursor also in this in the COBOL code? If you use cursor withhold option, then even if you commit in other step, it will keep the cursor open. But ideally, in general scenario, it will be program A only.
Yeah, he has given answer also, in fact.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay, correct. Yeah.
So team, going to the next, because the question, whoever posted the question answer also given. So just you tell in high level how to reverse data in a file via COBOL program, COBOL code.
I think this is my question only, which I posted you yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody want to give, because I googled that answer for this.
Do we use reverse function for
We have
each?
reverse
I think
function,
without
right?
using. I think Venkat, the question was without using reverse function.
We can use array for that. Just read the record and revert the array by using subscript.
Yeah, so I think what I googled we need to use inspect for that, and we need to declare array in a dynamic way, then use the inspect, and then decrement that particular thing and use the corresponding as this subscript, like move this last field to the first field. So it's a bit complicated, but yeah, it's possible.
When something can be done in inbuilt functions, we can directly use functions, right?
No, the question what I posed to Venkat, I think it's
Not
without
use reverse.
without using reverse function.
How to reverse data in a file via COBOL code, right? So you have to
We
print
will
the
be
data in reverse order, right? You have to print the data in reverse order. The rows, records. Am I correct? That is the question right here.
Venkat, I want to answer this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, it's very simple. I did it. First, we have to know what is the length of the file. We can use a simple reference modification and make a loop. Like our file is 80, record length is 80. So 80 comma 1, 80 comma 80 colon 2 kind of. So reference modification, it's the best way to read.
Okay. Yeah.
A team, I posting the link for a Google. Venkat, can I post the answer for this in the chat section?
Chat window, why not?
Yeah. So yesterday what I googled, I got that link, so I'm posting in the group chat. Reverse string without using reverse function.
How much data we can pass through POM parameter?
Oh, sorry, what is the question? If you want to.
The question is different. The question what you are reading is different. What I am asking is different. How many bytes you can pass the data through POM parameter?
100.
100 bytes.
100
bytes.
So if that is the case, so then how to handle? So the question is very simple, right? If that is the case,
correct.
in logic you are finding difficulty. No, right? Yeah, one answer, at least one answer, since we copied already.
We can just read the record using linkage section. So first field would be the length of that record, and the second field will be the data. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But I think question was how we pass the 100 bytes. So I think we need to
80.
Yeah, so it is not possible in one line. So how we can go to the another line? So I think he's asking where we from next line we're going to start, and what are the parameters we need to give for continuation for the next line.
Yeah, you can take that as a question now. Maybe it's not mentioned.
Yeah, maybe it's between the lines or kind of thing.
4 to 16 columns, right? We can continue the data on 4 to 16.
So when for a POM parameter, it's a maximum 100. When you pass from the second line, it need to be from 4 to 16. 4 to 16.